The University of Missouri, joined by Ashton Judd, returning
Welcome
for her
back. We are
third
now
season,
going to hear
and
something
Grace
from the
Slaughter. As
University
we say
of
hello to you, Coach. A lot of
Missouri
success, but that doesn't mean anything when
women's
you hit
basketball
the reset
team.
button.
But first, we have the head
Your
coach
thoughts
and
as
we
we
had
get
the
ready for the
two
season.
players.
Well, first of all, it's great to be here with
Let's
you.
listen in.
Just excited. Special day for our student athletes, and just means the basketball's right around the corner. So looking forward to the day and looking forward to the season. Excited about our squad. We've had to add a couple pieces. I think we're more athletic. A couple areas that we really felt like we needed to focus in on was our defense and our rebounding, and put a lot of time and work in on those that side of the ball in June and July and now in the fall. And we brought some in from the portal, and I think it's almost like speed dating. You never know for sure what you're going to get, no matter how hard you try to do your due diligence and background checks. But our players are exactly who we thought they'd be. So the culture in that locker room is really good, and we got a great group coming back, so we're excited for the season.
Coach, you'll have to explain speed dating to me. I'm a little. I came along before that was a thing, but I appreciate it. Ladies, Ashton, let's start with you. Just in terms of the anticipation, it's been said many times, but women's basketball is at its high point that it's ever been, but it may not be at the highest point it will ever be. Just participating for the University of Missouri, a great traditional program, and this SEC.
Yeah, I think just getting to represent the sport is great itself, but also representing the state. I'm from Missouri, and being able to wear Missouri across my chest is a big deal for me. I think that's one of the reasons I chose Mizzou, and just trying to represent the culture that Coach P has built at the University of Missouri. So, yeah, I think there's a lot of publicity around the sport as a whole right now, so it's great to be a part of it.
You grew up in I guess you would call it a pretty athletic family. Mom and dad were good athletes. And so did you have a choice, or you just naturally swam toward basketball?
They definitely introduced me to many sports growing up, and I think I chose basketball and took a liking to it, and it just kind of stuck. So, yeah, I think definitely played a little bit of part. I don't know how much of a choice I had playing one sport or another, but basketball just kind of stuck with me, and I enjoyed it.
You remember a time without a basketball nearby?
Yeah, I was a gymnast at one point.
Okay.
When I was shorter, smaller.
Yeah, it might be tough to pull a 10 off.
Yeah.
But what about you? Any other sports in basketball?
I did play softball up until about 7th grade. I was a second baseman, but I think the sport got a little slow, kind of just waiting for the next play or next pitch. You never know if the ball's going to come to you. So basketball, you get to...
More exciting.
Yeah, exactly.
But both Ashton and Grace, I noticed something that, I'm never too surprised by academics, but you were both summa cum laude in high school. What are the odds? That's pretty remarkable. How did you have time to play sports, or were you just naturally brilliant?
I don't know about grades, but I definitely wasn't naturally brilliant. I think just trying to find a balance of, studying and then going to practice, trying to get in extra work, making sure that the grades do look good, because at the end of the day, basketball is going to end. So
right.
Trying to get somewhere and just do something with my life outside of that. But yeah, I wasn't always like that.
Right. What about you?
I would agree with Ashton. Having to find that balance between basketball and school definitely helps with time management. And then on top of that, my dad's probably the best tutor I have. He's a chemist, so I get to talk with him about a lot of things, and he helps me even now weekly with biology and chemistry. But yeah.
And Coach, I know you want a lot of things to make up a really great basketball team, athleticism, but smarts doesn't hurt, does it?
No, just really blessed. We've got just a roster full of young ladies that I think represent our community really, really well off the court. Academically, they take their academics very seriously. We were a top 10 team in the country last year, top 25 honor roll in the WBCA, and that's hard to do. And it's really, a balance, and especially at this level. And these are two young ladies that get in the gym a lot outside of what's required. But it's just really pretty special when they can balance all of it. And I think that's really what it's all about.
So we're looking at a picture here of service, and I know that comes with the territory. Sometimes it's a cliche, but I've talked to a lot of athletes who really often, Grace and Ashton, gain a lot back. What have you learned from helping others?
Yeah, I would say just especially within the last year, I feel like I've really recognized just the impact you have on the community. Being from Missouri and getting, to see, I was once that little girl looking up to, Sophie Cunningham and just different players that have gone to Mizzou. And so now get to be in those shoes and get to make an impact on young kids is just so special. And I think something that I've really recognized within the past year.
Yeah, I think just piggybacking off of that, just trying to make a statement. And on top of that, the community gives so much to us, coming to our games, showing support, the love that they have for us and the program as a whole. So also just trying to give back and show them that, we do appreciate all the love and support that they show us throughout the season and even throughout the summers. We had a donor event that we went to, and just they truly care about us outside of basketball. So like I said, just trying to give back and show them that we appreciate everything that they do.
And Coach, 15 years at one school, not easy. You've won 500 games. I mean, these are significant milestones in a career. I know it's always difficult to reflect back, but if you had to point to something to have enabled you, success matters, but a lot of other things do as well.
Well, thank you. I think, there's no doubt it takes a village, and I've been really blessed with some great assistant coaches over the years and just some incredible players. And it's not about any one of us, it's about us collectively. And so just to be surrounded by like-minded people that love the game, that are passionate about their pursuit to be the best that they can be, and just continue to grow and learn has been huge. But feel very blessed to be at the University of Missouri for 15 years. Been through a lot as we changed conferences and whatnot, but it's a special league, special university, and feel blessed to be a part of it.
And to you, Ashton and Grace, change is something that you always have to deal with, especially when you get older. But this is an amazing moment in your sport, and it just didn't happen last year or the year before, but it seems like for the first time almost everyone is paying attention. What does that feel like at your end?
Yeah, I mean, it's a great time to be involved in women's basketball. It's super exciting just to see the growth not only at the college level, but the next level in the WNBA as well. And I think it's exciting to finally just see that support from other individuals and from people on a national scale and even global scale. It's been super cool, and I think everyone's just really excited about it, and it's exciting to get to play and be on the court.
Ashton?
Yeah, I think just some of the same stuff, the support that the sport as a whole right now is getting is incredible. And like you said earlier, I don't think it stops right here. I think it's going to continue to grow, and it's just exciting to see where this can go.
I mean, sometimes it does take a moment, and it feels like that happened a couple of years ago with a couple of players. As you were watching that unfold, I mean, a lot of it you already knew, but some of these players you obviously knew. But what was it like and I say the rest of us because it really was the rest of us. We go, oh, okay, wow. I mean, and I'm not saying we paid lip service to it, but it's like something happened.
Yeah, I agree. I think, it might have been a right time sort of thing, the mix of having media and, NIL opportunities and all those things, I think have just come together at a good time to be able to really promote women's basketball in the sport as a whole.
And in terms of NIL, Missouri's an interesting state. There's a lot of people who are not happy about some of the things that are going on there not from a basketball or football standpoint, but from a state legislature standpoint, but it is something to take advantage of, is it not, Coach?
Well, we just feel really blessed. We think we've had a lot of support from our state representatives and just our forward and innovative thinking. And, the landscape is constantly evolving and changing. And still, although we've been a part of this for a while now, it's still changing. You're trying to wrap your arms around it, but feel very blessed for the support that we've had as a university.
Coach Ashton and Grace, thank you. It's been a great pleasure to hear your stories, and I'm just sorry I wasn't able to sit next to you in class as smart as you two were. I might have made something out of myself. Thank you very much. Great to see both of you, and all three of you. And we'll take a short break. We have more to come. We are live here in Birmingham. Coach Yo.
And coming up
from
next
Ole
is
Miss.
going to be from the Ole
Always
Miss
a smile
Rebels women's
making her way to
basketball
the desk here in just a few
team, but the
minutes.
head coach and the two basketball players. We'll be right back.